Do you think Susie would be into speedrunning like Noelle would for like glitches, or do you think like a speedrunner? I like to consider myself a speedrunner, an amateur speedrunner. But yeah, we're doing we're doing submissions for awesome games done quick, and I'm doing all the brownie routes as the as like the different incentives. But I don't want to. I was thinking of the incentives, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do character incentives or just character incentives, or if I want to just do route incentives. But since I submitted one of the C route for Speedermiser, I figured I'd do the other routes for AGDQ and just do them as Brownie. And you know, since like I'm familiar with Brownie's kit and he's pretty easy to learn, like it would make it easier to I'm something of a speedrunner myself, just because it's the only way I can figure out how to make progress without losing all my continues. Oh yeah, that is honestly an amazing way to learn a game, because like there is one game I've been considering running, The Adventures of Batman and Robin on the Genesis. That game is flashing white warning, by the way. That game is like hard as balls, but I'd love to learn the speedrun just to show it who's boss, because like just to find ways to get around like how like incredibly frustrating its difficulty level is. And, like yeah, speedrunning is a good way to just like it's a good way to approach the game. It's just like it's one, you're learning the mechanics, and two, you're like learning how to get through it. And yeah, like it is a very valid way to get through without losing your continues. Oh, I rule. Oh, thank you very much. But yeah, I run this. I run Rolling Thunder 3, which like since like that's not a very active scene, I basically like crafted the route and the techniques myself from the ground up, and that was exciting as hell. But GDQ ain't interested in that because it's silly. But I run that. I run Star Renegades. I ran Ninja 5.0 for the GBA for Speedremiser this past summer. Almost bungled that. You know the address on the cartridge that is walking distance from where I live. Oh, hey. Wait, the address on this cartridge? I didn't know it had an address. Anyway, yeah, I learned Ninja 5.0, and that game is hard as balls, but learning it was so satisfying on the North American route. Oh, interesting. I did not know. I'll have to... interesting. Not to dox you or nothing, but that's kind of cool. Yeah. So right off the bat, the Rescue the Research Center has a more cinematic approach to its boss fights. Like, this is just like, it's just whatever. It's like, you're not... whatever. But it's still pretty cool. Crazy to think that at one point in the late 90s, Hideo Kojima might have tasted the pizza at my favorite pizza place. That's incredible. That'd be incredible. But yeah, here we have Evil Brownie, who is a jerk. Yeah, I never got how the world record holder does their yo-yo technique, so I'm just like, okay, buddy. Okay, now here we have the Wunderbird with his evil face. Dang, that was great. I spam it. Yeah, true. But like in like the world record video, like it shows it like going like at a constant this instead of like doing the spam. And I'm like, how do they manage that without like, you know, without it deviating, or if they're just like getting lucky? I don't get it. I saw that maniacal laugh, Doctor. I thought it had more damage when it first comes out. It might, but like, I thought like shot 2 maybe like affects it in some way, but like I'm not entirely sure. Like I don't really know like the damage numbers, so I'm just kind of like talking out of my ass. But yeah, I think the red part might do more damage than the other parts, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Okay. We were too late, even though we're speedrunning. You know, irony there. Kick them when they're down. Okay, now we got the advanced security system, which is just a dude playing with his building blocks. It's like, hey, watch my icy hot super slide. And then he gets mad. Nice! Don't touch those shoulder pads, he'll kill you. Don't let shoulder pad get near you. Bro playing with his toys. Yeah, we're beating him up for playing with his toys. How dare you? I play with the keyboard a lot. I don't know if it's legal in speedrunning though. You know, I think that it'd be a flex because I recorded some videos for a playthrough. Whoa! I got an extra life from that. Holy crap! I played through Kid Chameleon on the keyboard, and that is like on my laptop, and it's kind of insane when you think about it, just because like that's a very Kid Chameleon's a very demanding game for something like just using keyboard, but I did it, and it only really became difficult. No. Only really became a problem during secrets beneath the rocks or beneath the twisted hills or whatever. Anyway, you slide to the. Don't do it! Don't do it! Okay. With keyboard, it's like arcades. Oh, interesting. You have a finger in each movement button in each relevant action, which is why I do it. Interesting, yeah. I mean, I know on speedrun.com there's a denotion for whether you played on emulator or not, but I'm curious if I'm curious if keyboard is like an option or if you have to play on a controller. Like that's interesting because I mean it's like it's it's challenging in different ways, I'm sure, but like, you know, it's just different ways to learn. I mean, I'm sure, you know, people play with their feet and stuff, so I'm sure it's still valid. So yeah, I never actually thought about that. That's kind of awesome. Console, I'd hardwired a keyboard and the Genesis pad. Oh my god, that'd be incredible, actually. Just play with the GameCube keyboard that they made for Phantasy Star Online. Just that incredible thing. So yeah, this is a Goofus and Gallant, and I'm surprised I've never had them actually like go towards me during all these attempts, which I guess I'm thankful for. Okay. Okay, we're fighting the... I wonder if the controller liked the feet action. Oh my god. Okay, so we're putting the T in the square hole, and hey, audience, do you know what else starts with T? That's right, tank, which we blow up with a bomb, which also begins with T. So I did the lab fight route. I'm not gonna be doing that one for this submission just because I like my I like how weird my submission is for that already. So I'm just gonna end with this one. But I've decided the world record doesn't use a bomb on Bahamut at the end of the game, which I think is weird because that fight is so unpredictable and just run killing. They save it for Deadeye Joe, but Deadeye Joe isn't really that much of a threat, so I'm like, you know what? If I do that run, if I do practice runs of it, like, you know, in the future, I'm probably gonna save a bomb for Bomb Hummet. But though my first like serious attempt tonight, I got 3 bombs from the professor fight, you know, from the little the plant friend. And I felt so bad because I lost all my continues and just like stunk up the place, and I was like, man, that would have been such a good like RNG, just like bombing every single boss in the A route. But alas, I hadn't practiced the final level of the A route enough to do it. Tomb Raider, get out of here. We ain't raiding tombs. Oh. Nice. I'm gonna be a proponent of using D on this phase just because I like the D weapon, and it has done like a surprising amount of damage in my previous runs. When I was a kid, I thought, wait, I don't want to like eat a stupid death. Alright, anyway. When I was a kid, I think I got this far 3 times in years. Nice. I was an unwell kid, and I managed to beat all 5 routes of this game, which includes the secret route, as a kid. Same with Kid Chameleon, where I somehow managed to beat Kid Chameleon as a kid, with like, you know, no knowledge of the, oh god. No knowledge of any of the shortcuts, and just like doing it from the start. You know, like, speedrunning this game has been really cool because I'm basically like beyond seeing this game as hard. Like, I understand it's hard, but like it's like I've gotten to the point where like my nerve endings are scorched, and it's like, yeah, I can fucking just like tear this game a new one. But it's funny, Pat of Pat Stares At, you know, my totally real friend that yeah, I'm not friends with him, but my totally I got timed out by him buddy played this game because he likes it, and it was so cool seeing like someone like just get their butt whooped by this game, and it's like, oh man, that like brings me back down to earth. Like, oh yeah, this game is hard and is you know, most people don't have their difficulty nerve endings scorched by playing it too much. And here, Deadeye Joe, he finally shows up. He pilots all the mecha. I would get those big books from the library that had codes in them. Yes! Trying to get anything to help me get through it. Yeah, that's my favorite thing ever. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just... okay. Kind of disappointed not getting to watch that, but also great. Worst boss. Oh, yeah. I call this guy Seven Farce. If you've played Gunstar Heroes, like, Seven Farce is, like, the best boss in that game. This is, like... Oh, you like going up and down in corridors? How about, waiting and doing nothing for 3 minutes? Okay. What was I talking about? But yeah, I had one of those like little tiny like mini books of like Game Genie codes, and I would just like read through them and just like see all the weird codes and stuff you can do, and like, and the coolest thing was like some games had warnings that certain codes were like busted or would brick the game, and it's so cool that like they tested the codes enough to know those interactions would like mess up the game. And like it's just like so cool. I always love like reading like little like advisory warnings like that. Like that, and I also got this really good like I think like 50 Genesis game strategy guide that like had like a page or two spread of like various Sega Genesis games, and like either like general strategies or like walkthroughs depending on the game, what game it was. And like it was so cool seeing that. Like, I love those kind of guides. I remember like one of the first things I did as a kid when I had the internet was just look up Game Genie codes online for games that pamphlet didn't have. And like it felt like unlocking a forbidden power. It's hilarious. And see, now he actually fires guns. Or fires missiles. What made it so hard was it took so much time investment to get the virtual zone that panic just set in with the tiles every time. Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember I didn't know, for a while I didn't know about Browny's C weapon just being a god killer. So like, I would just use the A gun, or whatever. And so like the tourist section always scared me just because of how fast it would go. But yeah, eventually I learned that the C button is God Killer, and it's like, oh wow. Wait. Okay, this guy's a poopy hit. Oh no! And then I remember I usually went after Deadeye Joe a lot as a kid. It took a while to actually rescue the research center, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a totally new route. And I even drew like a crappy scribble as a kid saying damn, but I spelled it D-A-N-M because I didn't know how damn was spelled as a kid. Were you able to handle that chatting on that stream experience more fine now? Yeah, I'm a little more comfortable chatting while also doing... I mean, I've done this fight like a billion times already, so... Watch one speedrun one time and it taught me so much. Oh, yeah. Like, there are a few games where it's fun seeing the speedrun. Okay. Make sure I... Okay. Yeah, Deadeye Joe's a total, homie in this one. Oh, jeez. That would have gotten poorly. Okay, now we're on the train. Okay, we want to do... Yeah! Want to kill the left one? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just going off what the world record, what the record holder's doing. Oops, I don't think B button really matters in this route anyway, so whatever. No! Are you all I have to do is follow that dang train, that damn train, CJ! I remember I only ever saw this on, like, the attract mode, so, like, it was so funny, like, not knowing how to do this fight. Okay, here's, like, the best animated boss fight of the game coming up. This fight's amazing. Oh yeah, this is absolutely peak Genesis. I love it. Now the speedrun, I think, does some kind of death abuse with this, but I don't really care, so whatever. Again, the world record holder ain't my dad, so more Metal Slug than Contra. Yeah, take that. And then he hits himself with a train. God. Yeah, like that. Like I said, like that fight definitely it's fun, but definitely feels more cinematic because you're just kind of waiting out the phases until you can finally like do meaningful damage. So it's like, yeah. I feel like some of this under the hood stuff that must have. Hold on. No! Some of this under the hood stuff that must have went into Dynamite Heady later because the boss move is just the same as some of those. Oh yeah, I wonder. I feel like I feel like some of the people at Treasure worked on this game like at Konami because I think Treasure is like an offshoot of Konami, but yeah, okay, this is Deadeye Joe. I love how much play Deadeye Joe gets in the D route. Like he gets some play in the C route, but not a whole lot. And it's like, oh! But yeah, like, oh, you rude buster. Ah, jeez. I don't think I've ever gotten killed by that initial one before. That's a... Yeah, Dynamite Heady, like, that and Gunstar Heroes both, like, go nuts with the moving sprites. You killed my rival, you jerk. No, I will be your rival, Browny. Time for the least noble death. And yes, I am counting getting eaten by Walter Cronkite as a more noble death than this fight for the, No! Now, hopefully the game doesn't soft lock, because one time I fought this guy and it soft locked the game. It was very unpleasant. Yeah, speaking of following chat and playing the game, I scared one of my friends playing Sonic Mania, like the blue sphere levels, because I was so familiar with them. Oh my god, I'm not getting C. Are you serious? This is gonna be a long fight. But yeah, I was like doing blue sphere while holding a conversation with two of my friends, and like one of them was just like chiming in like Zeke, you're scaring me right now. Now like yeah. Okay, now Bahamut's a god. 3, 2, 1, wow. Yay, now I won't be able to do the quick kills, because... Deadeye Joe is sabotaging the run. Oh! And naturally, the alien cell goes haywire. Hear me out, dice. You still want me to hear you out, bro? On this one? Oh! Balls! I love how, like, it's like the last possible second you gotta move to alter the course on this guy's, Yeah. Okay. Maybe that wasn't the most prudent. Yeah, I'm the best. Now we get... And here's another boss that reacts to the recoil. The B gun is doing a lot more recoil than I expected it to. What the heck? I like how this is still Red Falcon. Like it's once again a red heart. And time, I guess. Kind of disastrous. Of course we wouldn't get the C weapon again after I lose it. Like, of course. But you know, this is marathon practice, baby, for the marathon I'm not getting into.